And we're on to our headliner. So our headliner is Amy Woodall. She is not only a past Spark speaker, but she is TrustPoint's DISC specialist. Her mastery of the DISC language makes her a game changer for any organization. Streetwise, yet professional, Amy brings an edge to how people communicate and connect. Part Oprah, part Dr. Phil. Her presentations can slap an audience and get them to appreciate that we're all different. Amy was intrigued with the communication breakdown between salespeople and their customers, and she quickly realized that it occurred in more places than the buyer-seller dance. Her frustration mounted when she observed that people far too often apply judgment as a shortcut to real understanding. So she opened the books, lots of them, I'm telling you, and she's truly a product of the product. Today, Amy maintains her extended DISC certification, and her insights become powerful turnaround moments for companies who seek to have people at all levels communicating effectively and connect powerfully. Amy resides in Bainbridge, Indiana. Don't laugh if you don't know where that is. I had to find it on a map. With her husband Jason, and her two sons Braxton and Brogan. Please give Amy a warm welcome as she takes the stage.
I got the rap patrol on the cat patrol. Foes that want to make sure my casket's closed. Rap critics that saves money, cash holes. I'm from the hood, stupid. What type of facts are those? If you grew up with holes in your zap.
Oh my God. Can you believe they asked me to come back after the last time? Yeah. Nikki, you said you were going to be sitting up front. I need to apologize for the people I may offend before I get started. Ladies, this talk is for you. I've got 99 problems, and being a female is all of them. You guys have it so easy. You've probably never heard this from a woman before. I'm probably the first woman that's ever shoved that down your throat. You have it so easy. Yes. Just think, they'll never know the thrill of a tampon emergency. Men are never going to know the pain of being stabbed in the heart by your underwire, or what it feels like to push a bowling ball through a keyhole. That's called childbirth. And even from the most mundane tasks. A few weeks ago, my husband and I wake up late. Crap, we got to be somewhere. We got to leave in 10 minutes. His morning routine is not interrupted. He's able to take a shower, brush his teeth, put deodorant on, scratch his butt, all within 10 minutes. I am reduced to what us females call a whore's bath. A whore's bath. I'm pretty sure the only men who have taken a whore's bath in this room have paid for it in Las Vegas. It's something different. It's a man's world. The hardest thing about being a female, too, is that we're expected to not act like humans. Right? There's things that are natural to human nature that we're supposed to pretend like don't happen, like using the restroom. Guys, the world is your toilet. For us females, we do what's called shoe shaming. We're like, I know what she's doing in that stall next to me, red pumps. Women know what that is. And we're supposed to pretend like we don't have body hair either. Women are only supposed to have hair from their eyelashes, no hair from their eyelashes down. And for guys, they can have it anywhere. It can be coming out of their ears, and it's sexier than a chin hair for a female. That's not fair. We have to pretend like we don't have these issues. And weight gain. Weight gain. You know what is really frustrating? First of all, men can call each other out on weight gain and not get smacked upside the head. My husband saw somebody he went to high school with, and that person is like, man, dude, you've really put the weight on since high school. And he proudly pats his stomach, and he's like, married life. If you did that to a female, that is grounds for death immediately. Immediately. And for females, the other thing is, when we reach past a certain size, it's like our worth changes. Excuse me, you're going to have to shop in a different department. You are over a size 12. Do men have a plus-size department? Oh, no, they get to be as fat as they want to be. Yeah, female problems. And this really all started when we were kids. Think about it. I remember Christmas morning waking up and opening gifts. It's coming up soon. And my brother would get really cool things like trucks. Yeah, trucks, so cool. Nerf guns. Oh, I love Nerf guns. Do you know what I got for Christmas? Adult responsibilities. Hey, play with this baby doll, Amy. You know you're going to have to know how to change a baby someday. Isn't that fun? That's fun, right? I literally learned how to walk pushing a grocery cart, a toy grocery cart, because it was important for me to understand how to perfect my walking and grocery list all at the same time. Yes. This is why we hate men, in case you didn't know. And of course, no little girl's life is complete without the starter kit for how to be a Stepford wife. You need to have your kitchen with your matching washer and dryer so you know exactly how to iron your husband's shirt when you grow up. Yes. And then we wonder why men grow up to be sexist pigs sometimes. It makes no sense. Society's so strange, right? My brother's outside playing cops and robbers. And I am inside slaving over an easy bake oven to make the world's worst chocolate cake. Just a difference in how we were raised. And I do understand, the one thing I do feel sorry for guys about is the mixed messages. We are queens of mixed messages. We say, we want equal pay, which we should, by the way. We should probably get paid more. But I also want you to pay for dinner. And treat me as an equal, because I'm just as strong as you, but you better open that door or I'm going to think you're rude. So we do give you mixed messages, but if that's the worst of your problems, cry me a river. So perception, though, here's where I want to take this. Perception is our reality, right? Perception is our reality. We can choose to be disgruntled. We can choose to be mad at the world because we were dealt a heavy hand. Our lives are more complicated than men's. But if we choose to just count all of the things that make life difficult, life's going to be difficult. So the power of perception means that we can look at life whatever way that we choose to. How did a picture of my husband get up there? He's super cute, right? He looks great. Being a woman, I think, has its advantages, and I'm glad to be a woman. I really am. I would not take, any of the man's world for anything. I think it's a woman's world. Here are some of our advantages. We live longer. It's hard to beat that. I don't know how you beat the fact that you're dead and in the ground and we're still alive. I mean, I could really just stop this talk right here if I wanted to. 408, 407. We're chameleons. Women are really flexible, and I don't just mean that we can put our legs behind our heads, men. It means that we're not as rigid and fixed in our ways as men tend to be. And so it makes us really good in a business sense, where it's okay for us to make changes when they need to happen. Not to mention, we can chop our hair off and dye it blue, and no one will ever accuse us of going through a midlife crisis. So, yeah. If we're short, we can wear heels. If our hair is curly, we can make it straight. Sucks for you, Chris. We're great communicators. You're never going to hear a man say, I wonder what she's thinking. Because chances are we're going to tell you regardless of if you want to know or not, and that makes us very powerful from a sales perspective because women tend to get to the bottom of things. We tend to ask really good questions, which makes us a lot better at sales than you guys. Sorry, men. We're great communicators. I know the women are like, yeah, I like this girl. We are great contributors to the economy. So here is my philosophy of why we rule the world. 85% of all consumer goods sold are purchased by females, right? So if big business rules politics and politics rule the world, women rule the world because we drive big business through our purchasing, right? So the next time your wife brings home shoes, just know that she's planning world domination. That's what that means. Okay? We own our feelings. One of the great things about being a woman is we can tell you how we feel. We don't pent it up inside and hold it in forever. You never hear of a woman going into her workplace and shooting it up. She just kills her husband in her sleep. But it's the men who pent up everything and then they explode. Women don't do that because we tell you exactly how we're feeling. Right? Like it or not, we're going to let you know. We make great leaders, and it's really for all of the reasons listed above. But women are starting to recognize their capabilities of great leaders too, and we're starting to believe in ourselves in ways that we never really had before. And there's great organizations out there that are starting to foster that leadership for women so that we can plan our world domination. The thing about women being good leaders is that we care about more people than just ourselves. I'm sure none of the men in here have ever been accused of being selfish by their wives. It's probably never happened. Just my husband. But for all of those reasons, we make really great leaders. Women have the ability to be inappropriate. Like 90% of my talk up here. There are things that we can get away with saying men cannot say, right? They would be smacked in the face. If they went around talking about how much they hated women, they would never do business again. So we can get away with saying things that are inappropriate. Which brings me to my next point. Yeah. Breast. We have them. You want them. We can feed the hungry, negotiate our way out of a traffic ticket, distract you, all with these puppies right here. And it is a good thing God gave them to us and not you, or you'd never get anything accomplished. You would just be, these are great. These are fantastic. So, back to the point of this little talk here. There are lots of things in life that we can choose to pick out the difficulties in, and we can really focus on those, and we can say, man, this is hard, and this is frustrating, but just remember, when life gives you lemons, grow a pair of breasts.
You're fucking awesome. That was amazing. Can I have my clicker back?